George Davis, a convicted armed robber, has spent decades saying he was innocent of one of the crimes he was sent to jail for. Many others believed him and campaigned on his behalf. Today, he won his appeal against his conviction. With the full story, here's Sally Rourke.
To say he built up a thirst would be something of an understatement. For this particular toast, he's waited 37 years. George Davis fought a conviction for armed robbery through the media spotlight, from the 70s until today, when it was finally quashed.
I'm very happy about it. It's nice after all these years. I think it was important that the people who were involved in the campaign realised that, that when they were backing me, that I was telling the truth.
This building in Ilford is where it all began back in 1974. George Davis was jailed for an armed robbery here at the London Electricity Board's offices, but he always denied it, and a campaign to free him was born, involving family, friends, the rich, the famous, and a series of stunts. They included the destruction of the test match pitch in Leeds in 1975 by his supporters as we were poised to win the Ashes. His friend Peter Chappell, who was jailed for his campaign antics, even crashed his lorry into the gates of Buckingham Palace.
And you regret it or not?
No, not 1 minute. It was the finest time of my life.
George Davis was originally jailed for 20 years, but released in 1976 as identification evidence was cleared. But he served 2 more stints in jail for an armed robbery at the Bank of Cyprus and a mail train robbery. His wife, who'd fought so hard for him, left him. At the Court of Appeal earlier this year, his lawyer argued that evidence showing his conviction was unsafe had been in the hands of the authorities since 1977. Today, the judge said they were unable to say whether he was guilty or not, but that new identification evidence meant his conviction was not safe.
A lot of people went a long way to help you with this campaign. What's your reaction to them today?
Oh, I mean, it's the first time I'm publicly being able to thank them, and which is great.
Do you think life would have been a little easier for you if you hadn't gone on to commit another crime?
Well, I don't know.
How are you going to celebrate tonight, George?
I'm just going to go over and take my good friend Peter Chappell over and buy him a bottle of champagne.
And that's exactly what he did, drinking to the end of their near 4-decade fight. Sally Rourke, London Tonight at the High Court.
Next tonight, do you feel like